a big up to the heavens where I wonder if Tupac rhymes. Dealing with the travesties life brings, I sing and watch what my mood brings, hoping it will bring the light. Dealing with frauds and ghostwriters is a daily activity. Watch as I blow off all their cobwebs, cutting through their malarkey. I free charlatans to the spot and drift like travellers seeking haven. I rhyme with unite and gather strength for the battle to recapture our freedom. That's financial with a capital F. So it's fuck you to the haters and duckers, cause I'm here to stay. Rapping, I'll bring the rain. Talking of pain that pride causes, I put a lot of heart into these spoken words. Like in life, swimming with the sharks, it's scary but it's safer than you might think. Like a fridge, I keep it cold, working it out and getting the drift. But don't forget the marshmallows and bonfires. If you think I don't like to party, I'll show you a good night. So it's good night to the haters for now. You should see it takes me just 20 minutes to write these lines. Don't like to be indoors, but just like it outside, where we can float as if on cloud 9. This is growth season and I'm bringing the vibe. So sit back, relax and chill like fine wine. Find the time to bring your best mind. Hold it still, keep it steady as we make the dynamite. Cause we're blowing up the system someday. That's what's not gonna stay. We build the future's mainstream, cutting with these words. So let's be more cutting edge. People play their games and divide and conquer, and where's best to start but our sexuality. We got the LGBT community defending Muslim territories where they would be lynched. But that's life, and maybe it's wondrous as both sides may get to accept finally each other's point. Like seeing enemies unite, it's just a strange sight to see. But come on, it's the 21st century and we all know penis and vagina envy run amok. So our animas and animuses stutter when trying to unite. I ain't afraid to tell it. But we know what's right, we know how to keep our shit tight. Just keep it natural. And right now it's right that women get some power, cause there's too much at stake and a slip and a nuclear bomb's unleashed. But just respect our differences. Men and women are not that alike. I mean there's truth to the saying that men are from Mars with testosterone keeping us vigilant. Take a child from a woman and you wreak wickedness. I ain't afraid to say it. And we're blowing up the system someday. And we're blowing it up with a capital F. That's a fuck you to the governments and a fuck you to the central banks as we keep our shit tight. Cause life's like a tightrope and only a million miracles is why we're alive. It's survival most adaptive and it pays to be able to still dream. A better path, a better way, a better day. Truth hurts, this comes from the heart. I've got a license to kill should you fall ill on this track. This time unraveling the matrix, wondering whether it's true those drones may be alien shit. It turned out quantitative easing was just cheating. Desolation, they blew up their assets beyond redeeming. Looking into the future I can read our fate. Capital be worthless after labour was sold. You think I'm joking? Think twice. The fallen angels propped up by central banks, performing the task of terrorists to a common man. We're headed for a crash, an inside job no different to 9/11. As Goebbels stated, the bigger the lie, the more it will be believed. You already know the CIA performed MK Ultra and played God. I mean you better believe it, propaganda always told you to leave it. Faith in magic along a basis of robbing, stealing. March against animal torture and pure hate. Look what's in those meals that Tyson makes. Gaddafi was near sacred in Libya, now there's slave pits. As NATO impoverishes the world just like how the Western tax havens did. No one can wait for the bureaucrats to wind up in their own supermax prisons. A taste of their own medicine for that war on recreational drugs. Include the profit snakes of the farm industry and the virologists. Kuru, S-Mon, Ebola and swine flu. The pandemic was nothing new. It's so apparent healthcare lacked welfare. The war on AIDS and cancer led only to AZT and rage. That's what technocratic globalization did, kids. It put capitalism deep down in the grave. People just pretend they don't know. So kleptocratic, we're living in communism now. Seriously, real wages in China rise whilst in the West they decline. As the billionaire class steal from the middle class, and as neoliberalism feeds war and not mouths. Go hard or go home, this ain't some no-show. Mind's a jungle, no time to crumble. I don't worry about fooling, I'm going all in. Trying to be humble, cause I see both soul cooling. Abstract the taste, I still have faith that we'll be balling. An ace card, show up in good time with a good face. It's time to chase what passion dictates. This is anthropology, I study so smart. That way monopolies won't last. Haphazard with no waste in these verses. I'm half tarantula, I've got such bite. By tacit agreement, we're orbited by the Magellanic Cloud. You're feeling canopsia, so I make you feel proud. Never pays to be too loud, so I germinate ideas to disperse the crowd. And I'm tired of that hardcore stereotypical. I'm slept on for being that much more original. Let me be more lyrical, soft, clever, mystical. I'll suspend being a strained saucy and ignore talk of succulent orgies as I go deep in this like a funk meter, a bit more than just pure theatre. To hear me out on this soliloquy, my rhapsody and my melody and my words will bring you up. Put yourself down so elegantly, eloquently and magically, I'll bring you back up. This is spoken word. This one's to those that thought they could silence, gaslight, or change me in a way that went against my volition. This one's to expose their Schadenfreude for what it really is. This one is to the critics. Frankly, you haven't got a leg to stand on. You think you walk the walk, I'd show you the door. It comes across you ain't argued with poignancy before. I'm a vocal assassin when I play with these words. Intellectual, I defend the good school kid inside me. I'm sick of your sly cheating. Your petty power games don't fool me. You're only a fool painting me a clown when you're authoritarian because you lack nuance. I have my own technique, I'm not a copy. We live in a world on my phones, I communicate still, I ain't a drone. I only trust a sad judge. Your lies are so blatant, what do you expect? The company you keep, you only attract those wanting to be manipulated or to manipulate, turn you into snakes and sharks like corporations in some lousy hurrah. There's no chance of a scapegoat in my war. I'd rather blame you all, critics in plural. And I'm hunting. People like to ambush, smart, but that's not my style. Though I prefer to keep it mysterious, just not sneaky. I work on having the last laugh. Still, life's much more about the quality of the laugh. And I ain't arrogant, life's full of surprises. I know luck plays its part. Truthfully, I don't like where the world's headed at the moment. I'm being honest here. Mental health issues are the norm and the economy's never been so tainted. People's work often holds no integrity. I'll work on them like a thorn. We're just needing that money, but high-paid jobs now generally suit people pleasers chasing status. I'll get rich without faking it. I grew up rich, but as an adult I'm poor. Ask me what went wrong and I'll tell you the law. Still, I have my highs and escapes and there's no controlling it. I trust the people on the street, but not on reputation, purely for experience about respect for the story, reality, stranger than fiction. I just hope not to forsake it. Cause I'm sick of your leaks and the demagogues lacking depth. I work with harmony and I learn to relate. Like looking at two truths that clash. Just take one side and you'll crash. And I'll call it a left brain block. And I know when to soften. I spit arduous, but not all my stuff's about masculinity and that hard. I'm a soft boy, bad boy, good boy and all that jazz. I'm a slow train and there's no stopping me without multitudes getting hurt. You can get off and on when you like, consent is the main law. I trust God, but also that I have God in me. I know there are times where confusion reigns, as you figure stuff and yet don't know what moves to make. I ain't Ned Flanders, but I like to keep it sacred. Mercy and compassion are sacred and on which we all depend. Treat your neighbour as you'd like to be treated. That said, I defend the power of choice, so I choose whether to forgive or to forget. The past is fragmented, but we're intact in the present, resilient and piecing it together to make that simpler future where all flows. I think prayer needs to be unique, and this is what I speak.